And we have a special guest today. It's Kermit. Kermit the Frog is here. Thank you for coming today, Kermit. Did you come to help us practice our letter F? Well, letter F is for frog. F says, as in frog. Letter F says, as in frog, like Kermit the Frog. Well, Kermit, thank you for coming to help us practice letter F. Now it's time for us to make a frog. So for art today, we are going to make a paper plate frog. Let's head over to the art table. Okay, so for art, we're going to make a frog using a paper plate. The first thing that we need to do is fold the paper plate in half. Okay, and then right while it's still folded, right here on the fold, I'm going to make 2 half circles. 1, 2. It's 2 half circles like that. 1, 2. Okay, now I'm ready to cut. So those are going to be the 2 eyes, and I'm just going to cut the paper plate in half, but those parts where I made the half circle, I'm just going to cut around like this. Okay, so there's my frog's face. The next thing I'm going to do is color it. So before I color it, though, I want to make sure that I don't color the part that is going to be his eye. So I'm just going to make a circle right here. And a circle right here. And those are the 2 eyes, and then I'm going to color everything else. You can do this as a separate step if it's easier. Just cut out the 2 eyes and glue those on at the end as a separate step if you want to. All right, we're just coloring everything else except for those 2 white circles, and we're going to put some black dots right there in the middle. Those are going to be the eyes. Okay, I'm also going to put 2 little black dots right here in the middle. That's going to be the nose hole, and I'm going to make a smile like that. And then I'm just going to take a piece of red paper, and I'm going to cut a strip of it. And I'm going to make the paper go around pencil or marker or even crayon. Just going to twist it around like that. And then when I let it go, it curls. So I'm just going to glue that curly tongue right here to the mouth. And there you have it. I made a little frog for art today. Now it's time for me to read a story. Well, here's my little froggy that I made in art today. And now we're going to read a story about Froggy. Froggy Goes to School is the name of our book for story time. Froggy Goes to School by Jonathan London. It was the first day of school. Froggy woke up and looked out the window. The sun was high in the sky. "Oh no, the bus, he cried. "I'll miss the bus." He hopped out of bed and flopped outside. Flop, flop, flop. The school bus was leaving. Wait, he yelled and took a mighty hop. The bus hissed to a stop and the door folded open. Froggy flopped up the steps. Flop, flop, flop. But when he reached the top, everybody laughed and pointed their fingers. "Froggy," yelled his friend Max. "What? Did you forget something?" Froggy looked down. Oops! He was still in his underwear. He dashed back to the back of the bus and hid behind Max's umbrella all the way to school. At school, he hopped behind the bushes. He tried to hide behind the flagpole. He rolled down the hall like a bowling ball, and in class, he pretended to be a flower pot. "Froggy," called his teacher. "What?" But it wasn't his teacher at all. It was his father. Froggy rubbed his eyes. Whew, he had been dreaming. He was still in bed. "Rise and shine, Froggy," said Father. "It's the first day of school." This time Froggy got all dressed. Zip, zoop, zup, zut, 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 zat. Then he flopped into the kitchen, flop, flop, flop. He tried to pour milk in his bowl of flies, but the carton flew out of his hands. "You're just nervous about school, Froggy," said his mother. "Everybody is. It's the first day." "Not me," cried Froggy. And together they leapfrogged all the way to the school bus. Flop, flop, flop. At school, Froggy found his name tag on his table. He liked his name. It was the first word he knew how to read. It was the only word he knew how to read. He read it aloud, louder and louder. "Froggy, Froggy, Froggy." "Froggy," called his teacher, Miss Witherspoon. "What?" "Hush, dear, it's time to pay attention." But it was hard to pay attention. He squirmed. He looked out the window at the falling leaves. He felt like a leaf, falling, falling, plop. He fell out of his chair. Oops. "Kindly stay in your seat, dear," said Miss Witherspoon. "We'll sit on the floor at circle time." At circle time, Miss Witherspoon said, "Now, children, today I'd like you to tell me what you did last summer." "Who wants to go first?" Froggy shouted, "Me, me, 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 me," and so did Max. Miss Witherspoon went clap, 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 and everybody went clap, 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 clap with her. Then they grew very quiet. "Now, one at a time," said Miss Witherspoon. When Froggy's turn came, he jumped up and said, "Last summer I learned how to swim," and he sang, "Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier." Everybody jumped up and joined in, "Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier." When walked in the principal, Mr. Mugwort. "Bubble, bubble." "Oops," cried Froggy, looking more red in the face than green. Mr. Mugwort glared at him. Then he joined in, "Bubble, bubble, toot, toot, chicken airplane soldier," till the bell rang for recess. When Froggy flopped off the bus after school, his father said, "Froggy, how was your first day of school?" "Great," said Froggy. "I taught the principal how to swim." "That's nice," said his mother. "But where's your lunchbox and your baseball cap?" "Oops, I left them at school." "Oh, Froggy, will you ever learn?" "That's why I'm going to school, Mom." And together they leapfrogged all the way home. Flop, flop, flop.